Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back here. And today's not a bad day. Today I went to meet up with a friend that I got to know her on Facebook, and we had some good time visiting. And it was a good time. We spent a few hours in the coffee shop just connecting, and I think in the COVID situation, it's nice to be able to have that human touch, that face to face. But without further ado, let's go to the Book of Awakening. Today's passage, let's look, is about the art of facing things. What people have forgotten is what every salmon knows. Salmon have much to teach us about the art of facing things. In swimming up waterfalls, these remarkable creatures seem to defy gravity. It is an amazing thing to behold. A closer look reveals a wisdom for all beings who want to thrive. What the salmon somehow know is how to turn their underside from center to tail into the powerful current coming at them, which hits them squarely, and the impact then launches them out and further up the waterfall, to which their reaction is again to turn their underside back into the powerful current that of course again hits them squarely, and this successful impact launches them further out and up the waterfall. Their leaning into what they face bounces them further and further along their unlikely journey. From a distance, it seems magical, as if these mighty fish are flying, conquering their element. In actuality, they are deeply at one with their element, vibrantly and thoroughly engaged in a compelling dance of turning toward and being hit squarely that moves them through water and air to the very source of their nature. In terms useful to the life of the spirit, the salmon are constantly faithful in exposing their underside to the current coming at them. Mysteriously, it is the physics of this courage that enables them to move through life as they know it so directly. We can learn from this very active paradox, for we too must be as faithful to living in the open if we are to stay real in the face of our daily experience. In order not to be swept away by what the days bring, we too must find a way to lean into the forces that hit us so squarely. The salmon offers us a way to face truth without shutting down. They show us how leaning into our experience, though we don't like the hit, move us on. Time and again, though we rather turn away, it is the impact of being revealed through our willingness to be vulnerable that enables us to experience both mystery and grace. So this passage reminds me of the last video I did about positive intent, the story we create, and our fear of pain. And really likened to the example that was given about the salmon, and I always am amazed when I watch documentaries about salmon swimming upstream and like how they even do it. And apparently they can be in just regular unsalted water and then evolve into going into salted water, like seawater for example. And it just reminds me of the human spirit. And I guess there's two sides to us, right? We can be the kind of people that try to escape fear all their lives and escape pain all their life and not do anything dangerous. And you can be someone that face danger head on and continue to move upstream like the salmon does. And I think that the saying like no venture no gain, like I think in life everything is a gamble, and the bigger the stakes, the bigger the reward. And like the friend that I just mentioned earlier before I got into this video, I met her at her lowest of low. She's actually one of my clients, and she client turned friend. I guess after you coach somebody for a while, you start to have relationship with them. You get to know them at the very deepest level, and then it turned into friendship, which is really the many blessings that come with being a coach. I met her at the lowest of lows when she was very suicidal. She was very deep in alcohol. She was very, very depressed, and she really wanted to end her life. Her ex-boyfriend died unexpectedly, and she was kind of in limbo with this new guy that she's with, and trying to explore that relationship. And she's she hasn't really figured herself out, to today where we met. She has made progress. Uh, she's more firm in who she is. She's more confident, although she's lost. Still, she's able to get her basics in order, and I see that courage in her as strength, and with strength and courage comes wisdom. And I think that struggles make a person stronger, and doesn't mean that you go through struggle once and then you just have your life figured out. I mean, that's not how life is. But the fact that she is willing to fight, right, just like the salmon, getting hit not once but over and over and over again to get to the next level and to the next level and to the next level, and every level is like a different hit. Like for this client of mine, it's like it's her first hit was to get her life figured out, right, where she's going to meet her basic necessities, to get her head snapped back on, to get her basic necessities taken care of, to get rid of the alcohol, to really get her life back together. And she did that. She fought through it. She fought through her depression, she fought through her alcoholism, and she is able to have a job. She's able to have a better steady income. She's more herself, although she hasn't really fully discovered and healed some of the wounds and the trauma that she's been through. She's at a better place because she took some hits to get her to where she is today. And I think sometimes we neglect to look at the progress that we're making, and we think that we go from here to here, and it doesn't happen that way. It's a progressive thing, one step at a time, and every hit is going to be different because you are going through a different stage. Like for my client right now, the stage that she is really discovering what her passion is, what her purpose is, what really makes her happy, because she didn't know. And although the job now is a job and it's able to bring in the income, it's able to keep her life stable, she doesn't thrive in it. She doesn't feel excited about it. She feels like she doesn't find joy in that. And it takes a level of awareness to know that about yourself. Whether your next step is a different story, but she's able to recognize that, what, yes, I'm able to snap my head back on, I'm able to move and progress from where I was before, but there is still work to do, and I want a better quality of life for myself, and now I want to pursue something more, which means that she's going to have to prepare herself for more hits in order for her to get higher in the waterfall. And I admire her for that. And I think that there's so many of us that are so afraid to make that first move, because we're too afraid of what the hit might feel like. I can tell you the hit is not going to feel good, because it's not going to it's going to change some things for you. But if you are going to keep thinking about the hit that you're going to you will be experiencing, then you're not going to be able to make that move. And it takes courage for someone to say, this is not good, I want something different, and I'm going to go there, put myself out there, and find out for myself what that next good thing is. And I want to encourage you to think about what I just shared with you about, where are you in your life where you feel like maybe you are not brave in taking those hits. What are you afraid of that you're going to be losing? What is the fear in you that is preventing you from taking that one step forward to see what the next step is? Life, a lot of times it doesn't unfold 10 steps ahead. I wish it is, because then I can calculate my steps appropriately so that I can, get to where I want to be. But life doesn't happen that way. And sometimes you have to take hits for you to be able to see where your next step should be. And for some of us, it is those little steps that unveil itself that would help us get to the next breakthrough. But the first step ultimately comes down to you willing to take the gamble of whatever you might lose, or you are fearful of, to have that next step be revealed to you. And a lot of times I think that through those courageous steps that you take, one step after another, is what's going to build your character, it's what going to build your resilience, and it's what going to bring you wisdom, and it's what is going to reveal to you who you are to yourself, that you are capable of it, that, hey, nothing happened to me, I actually can do this. And sometimes we lose faith in ourselves before we even make that first step. And don't shortchange yourself for who you think you really are, because you might be surprised what you're capable of. I'm going to leave you with that thought, a lot to think about, but I'm just so inspired by my client that I wanted to share the story with you, and it coincides with what the passage that we read today. And I would encourage you to just look through your life and really look at the steps that you're afraid to take, and really self-evaluate what you could do differently, or what is that one little step that you can take. And you'll be surprised what will be revealed to you, whether it will be just what you're capable of or where you could potentially go. It is a gamble. There is no guarantee that it's going to be a success, but every step, for sure, you get to know who you are a little better, a little more, and you'll be surprised what you find that you're capable of doing. All right, ladies, I'm going to leave you with that thought. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you again in our next daily reflection. Bye now.